solution. But before we start, it looks like we will need one of the formulas we saw in lecture, and that is the formula that says total cost. Well, let me put it in terms of what we're doing here. Here we're looking at the total per hour fee that has got to be equal to the per hour charge times the number of hours. I think we can all agree on that. Okay, step one. Let's name the variables. Okay, let's name x equals the flat fee. And let's name y equals the per hour charge. Step 2 is a hard step. Form two equations from the given information. Okay, let's see how we're going to do this. We start with the fact they told us the rental cost right here is equal to flat fee plus total per hour fee. Okay, we just mentioned at the beginning of the solution that the total per hour fee is equal to the per hour charge times the number of hours. So we'll substitute that in here. So that gives us the rental cost is equal to the flat fee plus per hour charge times number of hours. Alright, I think we need to make a table for this. This one's kind of confusing. So, well, no, it's not that bad actually. Now, what we're going to do now is form equation A. Equation A will use the total cost for 5 hours is $235. So what that means is the total rental cost, so I'm using this value, total rental cost, that's $235. Bring down the equal sign. That's equal to the flat fee. Okay, we're calling flat fee the X value, right? Let me make sure of that. Ooh, I don't know if we want to call that the X value. All right. Let's call that the X value plus the per hour charge times the number of hours. Let's bring those down. The per hour charge is what we call Y times the number of hours. Well, for the 235, it was 5 hours. Okay, so let me clean that up a little bit. That gives us 235 equals X plus 5Y. That's my equation A. Now let's form equation B. That one, the rental cost, was $165. And that equals the flat fee, which we're calling X, plus the per hour charge, which we are calling Y, times the number of hours, which was given to be 3. And cleaning that up, equation B is 165 equals X plus 3Y. Okay, looks like we have two equations. Let's write them nicely to form our system. Right here. System is, let's put X in the front, plus 5Y equals 235. And let's put X plus 3Y equals 165. That's our system. The first one we're calling equation A, the second one equation B. All right, let's go to step 3, solve system. All right, I think it would be easiest to use elimination method. So I think we're going to eliminate x. And to do it, let's do equation A added to -1 times equation B, because when we do that, the lower x becomes a negative x, and they add together and cancel each other out. So we have x plus 5y equals 235. That's equation A. Added to -1, multiplied on both sides of equation B, that's negative x minus 3y equals negative 165. Add these together, the x's cancel. 5y plus a negative 3y leaves us 2y equals, let's see, 5 minus 5 is 0, 13 minus 6 is 70, and then 1 minus 1 is 0. And then let's divide both sides by 2, we get y equals 35. And that's going to be the y value is the per hour charge. So we've got part of our answer. Put a box around that. And so once we get the y, one of the variables for the elimination method, we go back and we substitute that value, y equals 35, into either of the two equations. And I say we should do it in what I think looks like the easier one. That would be B. It'll work either way, no matter which one we substitute it in. And that will give us, let's write equation B. B is x plus 3 times y, leave a space for y, equals 165. In place of y, put 35. Okay, 3 times 35 is 104, so this is x plus, 105, 105 equals 165. And then subtract 105 from both sides, and we will have x. These will cancel. X is equal to 5 minus 5 is 0, 6 minus 0 is 6. And that's our x value, which is equal to the flat fee. And we are finished.